Welcome to Mid-American Money, our November edition. We're going to talk, I'm Ernie Goss, Professor of Economics here at Creighton University and head of the Economic Forecasting Group, with Tony Hendrickson, Dean of the College of Business Administration, also at Creighton. This segment we're going to talk about picks and pans. Where would you put your money? Where would you take your money out of? So Tony, where are the opportunities?
Well, I think I've always said for a number of months, energy, especially alternative energy. The demand for energy is still going to...
Solyndra?
No.
Okay.
They are a form of alternative energy that's not where you should be.
That's alternative energy.
Right.
Okay.
Alternative government-funded energy.
So those areas, perhaps even maybe ethanol. Ethanol plants are doing well. Ethanol is looking good. So we're seeing some growth.
I still think that solar power, wind power, certainly the battery industry, as we look more towards lithium-powered cars, I think those still have a lot.
You know where I'm putting my money is in dividend-paying stocks. It's a stock picker's game right now. Trying to buy the idea of buying index funds. Gosh, index funds. If you've been in index funds over the last 10 years, you've made zero, all close to zero. I mean. Yeah. Pickers, stock pickers. I'm looking at. I mean, you've been high on tech before. I'm over in tech right now. I think tech. I mean,
it has many promises. We're seeing as companies retrench, they're looking to see ways that they can make fixed investment in technology replace human capital. I mean, it's just where we are in our economy.
Absolutely. So tech, we're good on tech. Healthcare, there's some opportunity. There are opportunities in health.
Becoming more efficient, and healthcare, because the demand does not wane. As long as the population increases, there's going to be more demand for health.
Tony, suppose you won the lottery tonight. You got $1 million tomorrow. That's a small winnings. Big for us here, I think.
I should have bought a bigger ticket.
That's right. What would you do with $1 million? I mean, we want safety, but we want some returns. I'm tired of making 1 to 2 to 3%, even on my good ones.
I think some sectors, like when we talked about this earlier, agriculture. I think that.
What about gold?
Gold, if there is continued political crisis in the world, gold has some short-term, but gold's not a long-term investment.
No, and gold has the real problem. No one knows if it's priced correctly. There is no earnings stream. It's a gamble. Right. If you're a gambler, buy it. If you're not, don't buy it.
And it really has to do with political upheaval.
How about farmland?
I think farmland is an interesting commodity at this point. I would be somewhat bullish on it. Simply because, not because of the fundamentals, but because of the supply and demand. The people who demand farmland, i.e. farmers, are finding themselves pretty flush right now.
Oh, I know. We're talking about $10,000 and $12,000 an acre, which they've got the money. They've got the balance sheets to do it. I will say there's not a bubble as long as we keep corn prices up here, we keep the value of the dollar down here, and we keep the other commodity prices
And farmland, like any other asset, is going to go through an analysis, and it's going to be really driven by what can I earn on that asset today. Well, today, that's highly productive. Now, back to your comment, if corn prices fall drastically, then what can be earned on that goes down drastically. And if people put some type of risk factor in there, they're probably not going to pay those prices for farmland. But for the most part, people are going to take today's analysis, extrapolate it out for 20 years, and come to the conclusion that it's a great buy. And so I think that if you want to be a speculator, you could buy farmland today, and at least in the foreseeable 12 to 18 months, I think you can make a profit.
Yeah, and this is certainly not investment advice. We don't give investment advice here. We don't even. You don't take mine. I don't take yours.
The supposition was that I won the lottery.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
I'm, and if I'm betting on a stock, and we all are to some degree, I like Chevron. You were talking about, they have alternative energy, some of that, but they have some of the traditional energy. Chevron looks like a pretty good buy to me. I mean, we're talking about a PE, price earnings ratio of 8 to 9, that's good.
Exxon has great earnings this year too.
Good one. So we've got, again, folks, this is the disclaimer is we claim don't bet on our picks. These are our picks, and hopefully you can figure out whether we're right or wrong later on. And But anyway, thank you for joining us for this segment of Picks and Pans for our November Mid-American Money. And between now and the next time, may your economic cup runneth over.